and I'll just tell kind of a quick, it's one of my favorite stories. So when I moved, again, I moved from South Dakota, and so we moved really, really far. You couldn't go home for holidays, so your holidays were spent with your Mattress Firm family. And Carrie and Matt Forbes took some of us in. They called us our kids, and it was Brent, myself, Tara Starr, and Leilani. And the four of us were their kids, and so they just take us in for holidays, and we come over. And one of my favorite stories is one Thanksgiving, everybody was getting together, and everybody would bring food, and Tara and I decided that we wanted to try cooking, and neither of us could cook. I mean, we're fresh out of college. You know, we knew our culinary experience was ramen noodles, and so we pull out the cookbook, and we find a beer cheese dip, which we think is going to be really cool because, you know, it's got beer in it and stuff, and it's going to be really cool. And so we cook up this beer cheese dip, which turned out disgusting.
This is the worst thing you've ever eaten in your entire life.
It was disgusting. And so we bring this dip, and it's like a ball, and it was like hard, and we kept encouraging people to try our cheese dip, and people would, and their crackers would snap off in the dip, and so it was just this nasty orange-looking ball with crackers popped off in it. And so anyway, we have this wonderful Thanksgiving, and at the end of the night, surprise, surprise, there's still a whole cheese ball left. And so, you know, we're like, Matt and Carrie, you hosted it, you keep it. You know, you keep it. It's for you, you keep it. And Matt and Carrie were like, no, you're starving children. You take the food, you take the food. And so, you know, practical jokes was a big thing in Atlanta, and I could go on and on about all the practical jokes, but as Tara and I were walking out, Matt's office was right by the front door, and so we just slipped the cheese ball into one of the drawers in his office. Well, I don't know if like a week or so goes by, and you hadn't heard anything. And as a practical joker, the worst thing about a practical joke is to not hear about it. You know, like you want to hear how terrible it was. You know, and I never heard about it, And I was working at a store in Cumming, Georgia. I'd actually opened up that store, and it was transfer day. And so transfer comes, a whole bunch of beds come off, and there was a package addressed to me, and I was so excited. And so I put the package on my lap, and it was kind of soggy. And what it was, but I opened it up, and sure enough, there was the moldy cheese ball. So anyway, that was fun. But one of the best parts that happened very, very recently was I recently married my wingman. Just so those of you who have wing people, just be careful. I recently married my wingman, and it was really fun because my Mattress Firm family was there, and we were able to take a picture with my parents, Matt and Carrie Forbes, and all the kids. And we took that picture together, and it's just a really, really cool thing to have them there at the beginning and then kind of at those key moments in your life. So it's really cool.
I wanted to talk about